Bitcoin is right now flashing an extremely rare signal, and the last time that this signal has flashed, Bitcoin increased towards the upside to 72,000 US dollars. So yes, on today's update video, I'm gonna be talking about this signal. More importantly, I will talk about the most important resistance lines we are approaching right now for Bitcoin. I will be talking about this monthly consolidation phase where we're currently in, the most important levels, how I'm gonna be approaching this with my trade here, when will I be taking profit, when will I be exiting my trades. I will be exactly mention everything on today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, we can clearly see Bitcoin has been bouncing from this very important middle range here, which we discussed many times before. And right now on the imminent short term, Bitcoin is running against this very important previous high in the market, which of course last time around was a double top that we created in the market, but now is of course this very important resistance line we need to be breaking above of. And actually last hour we already saw an ever so slight projection from this exact level. So right now we're also trading in a weekend, so we are going to create a CME gap. I don't think that we should be all too worried about that, but if we're going to be breaking above this level over the course of the weekend, Bitcoin could potentially start to be flying, because on the last few weekends we have seen Bitcoin increase quite significantly in value, which normally doesn't really happen, but on the last 3 weekends it did really happen. So let's see how it's going to be playing out this time around. But clearly you can see on this chart right here, previous resistance, we flipped it into support, the uptrend got supported, and now it is going to be all more than likely that we are actually going to be continuing this trend which we are already sitting in. So Bitcoin creates a very strong recovery towards the upside, moves down back towards the support box, and now we are ready to create that second leg up here. And the question of course remains, where is the second leg going to get created towards? Where is Bitcoin going to be finding that footer? Where is Bitcoin going to be finding that resistance? In my opinion, if we're going to be looking at this consolidation phase right here, we can see that the monthly open candle has clearly provided previous support here for Bitcoin. And now if we're looking at where we're most likely going to be heading towards next, since we bounced from the middle point of the range, or better said, the monthly candle open, right now, the most important resistance where I think Bitcoin is really moving towards, since we are seeing this clear bounce towards the upside, is going to be 72,000 US dollars, and my second target is going to be 74,000 US dollars, which is of course the range high and also of course the all-time high for Bitcoin. So I ultimately think that first of all, we're going to be moving towards this red box. And yeah, if we break above the red line, and then we're going to be breaking towards the stripe line, and whenever we're breaking above the stripe line, guys, then I think we're going to be getting that exponential run towards new all-time highs, and of course in price discovery. So yeah, I am thinking that at least Bitcoin is going to be bouncing towards the top side of the region. I have also really anticipated this with my trade here. I mean, if you're looking at my trade, you can clearly see I have opened this Bitcoin trade on the exact bottom, and I showed you step by step on how I was opening up this trade on the channel. So first of all, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now here. But yeah, my first take profit target is laying around 72,000 US dollars, which is of course that red line here on the top side. And if we're hitting that level, I'm going to be closing 50%. And if we can go to 88,000 US dollars, which is my next target, I'm going to be taking a full take profit on my trade. And then we will be making about 800,000 US dollars from one single Bitcoin trade. So yes, if you do not want to be missing out on the next trade, first of all, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to be trading yourself, if you press on this link right now here above my face, you will come to this page. And if you come to this page, guys, you can claim a free 500 US dollar airdrop position on Bybit. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. But anyways, yesterday as well, we saw only 51 million US dollars flowing in towards the spot Bitcoin ETF. If we're looking at the data, BlackRock has only bought 300 Bitcoin, which is of course not a lot here, since we have seen of course sometimes that they bought even 7,000 Bitcoins, like you can see on the 22nd of July on Monday. So also on the Ethereum ETF, it is right now our third consecutive day of outflows. So yeah, pretty interesting to see what is happening over there here. But so far we have seen 341 million US dollars in outflows on the spot Ethereum ETF here. So far not a real great launch here. But if we're going to be looking at Mt. Gox, so far they have also not moved any Bitcoins. They have sold so far 66% of all their Bitcoins. and it's not going to be taking long before, of course, the distribution is over. And I believe that whenever the distribution of Mt. Gox is over, there's going to be no thought that it's going to be holding us back, and then the Bitcoin price can even increase more in value. Then I want to be quickly talking about the signal I talked about in the intro of today's video, because yes, for the last time that on the 3-day time frame, this MACD signal flashed here, of course, outside of this fake out we created over here, Bitcoin has seen a significant rally. And before that, also, once the signal has flashed, which was over here approximately, Bitcoin also saw a massive rally. And right now, once again, the MACD is crossing bullish on the 3-day time frame. And yes, I do really believe that we are once again at the starting point of a next massive rally towards the upside, especially since this signal is right now flashing. And of course, I am very much aware that the most important resistance that we need to be breaking above of is not only this very important horizontal level on the top side, but also this downward sloping resistance line on the daily time frame. I believe that these are the two most important levels where you can find, of course, the support on the lower side and the resistance on the top side. We can clearly see we're creating a bull flag pattern, and I do believe that whenever the bull flag pattern is clearly going to be breaking out, Bitcoin is actually going to be going towards $100,000, especially since Mt. Gox is almost out of Bitcoin. All the FUD is almost over, so there's going to be absolutely no reason what is actually going to be holding us back right now, friend. So things are looking great here, and of course, I've said this in several videos before here, but that's because I do really believe that we're right now at this point where the Bitcoin halving effect could really start to kick in here. We're right now days after consolidation, after the Bitcoin halving. I mean, we've been consolidating for an approximately 100 days now, and every single time once this has been happening for Bitcoin, we have just seen an extraordinary rally towards the upside. So yes, Bitcoin is right now in that pre-bull market stage here after the Bitcoin halving. And if you're then also going to be looking at this indicator, hash ribbons, you can see that we're currently flashing a buy signal. And for every single time once Bitcoin did saw a buy signal getting flashed after the halving, that was one of the most greatest buying opportunities in history. Those were always one of the greatest buying opportunities in mankind. So yeah, you should definitely pay attention towards the signal, which is flashing right now. But anyways, guys, this video is definitely a little bit shorter, but of course, it is also weekend. So thank you so much for watching towards this amazing new update video. If you did enjoy it, if you learned something from it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Peace out. Goodbye.